Hi, good everyone. The last video we spoke about the list view widgets, how it is a scrollable column or row, actually, depending on the axis you choose to put it on. Okay, so okay, in the last video we had to copy this code, right? Already it's a lot, right? If you have to write the same widgets, right, over and over again, it's not healthy for your application, right? So apart from that, we had to do this over and over again, right? Now in a real world app, okay, like the WhatsApp, let's say your messaging app, right? When you open it for the first time, you have nothing, you have no messages from anybody, right? But then the first person sends a message, or you send a message to, let's say, Dan, say, hey, when you come out and you go to the homepage of that messaging app, right, where you normally see, first of all, you'll notice that there is a tile, right? A tile that's saying a message to Dan. Now, you can do that a million times, and then you can even scroll to the end of last year's message, the first message we sent to Dan last year. Yes. Okay, so now basically that's a list view. Okay, it could be a column with a particular widget, but we get that another time. But let's say that is a list view. Now, if you notice, you do not have to code up Dan's message and other people's messages, different tiles on. Yeah, the developer does not do that. Right, rather, what he does is he uses a widget that will automatically create those list tiles when you send a message, right? So there are different widgets for that, but for today we're going to be using the list view dot builder, right? To let me just cut this code. Okay, we leave this part. Let's just take the children out. Now you come over here and you click on the dots. Now there's a builder, there's a custom, there's a separator. We're going to be talking about the builder for today. All right. So now it's calling an error. It does not have an item builder, right? If you notice, it's just this is it's mentioning, but it actually has another property that you need, right? So let's come over here. Sometimes if you want to fix problems, there's a quick fix. Um, and you click on this. Yeah, they'll tell you add required arguments. And already automatically gives you this. Right, so let's return that widget sorry, control V. Okay, return the first widget. We just copied once, right? We just copied it once and we'll return this thing. Now, it needs a particular amount. Let's just run it and see what happens here. Okay, it's still following the previous amount we gave it. Now, it's going to need something called a item count, right? Where you say item count of 5 and you save. Rather, let's reload this because sometimes you might save and you don't see the changes. Okay, so this is we started. Okay, so we turn this off. No, I don't get why it did. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 of those. Now, we can try something. Okay, let's try something. Let's create a list, right? Sorry, let's create a list container amount equals to. We have it like this. This is a list. Okay, list can be anything really, and sometimes you can specify it just so that, let's say, for a basic knowledge, like you, the beginner, can know what this list entails. You can take in a string, you can take in a boolean, anything really, but let's just specify and say it's widgets. Okay, Okay, so when you display this, when you use this particular list, it must be a widget. If you put it, let's say, in text, you're going to have a problem. All right, so let's come here, paste, let's copy this, sorry, save, and then we paste, let's copy, sorry, ish, sorry about that. Okay, paste this. Paste this. How many times did we paste this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So now we come to this item count, right, which is the amount of containers or whatever widget you display, the amount that should be there. Now, for a basic understanding of what I was trying to say earlier with the WhatsApp messages, we will not give it a fixed number. Now, a list can be updated, right? There are times where the list will have nothing inside, and then it's going to add when the user does something. Okay, but we're not be doing that. Let me just show you what happens when you have a list. Okay, so we say container amount dot length. Now it's going to give you 7 of this. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's a little bit confusing because of the colors, but in later videos we will fix that. Okay, so this is basically a list builder. You can change it to vertical, but we'll have a little bit problem because it's set to horizontal. Okay, but that is basically a list builder. Okay, so in the next video we will check out a different widget. Right, with time we will build an application, basic as it may be for the first one, but it's just to combine everything we have learned so far.